Hi friends, this is Tina and welcome to my new video. This time I'm making my weekly spreads for November and I can't wait to show them to you guys. I feel like I definitely took a more relaxed approach on my weeklies this time, mainly because I'm trying to upload more videos this month and I just didn't have that much time to spend on these spreads. If you haven't seen my November plan with me video yet, I will link it in the cards and in the description down below so you can check it out. I know I've made a lot of Dutch door spreads lately and I hope you're not getting bored of them. I've liked using them a lot, so I decided to make one for this month as well. I again made a horizontal Dutch door and painted a long painting in the upper part so you could see the whole painting from both sides of the Dutch door. I only included 1 week here again, but you could totally use this layout and include 2 weeklies if you want to. I also just noticed December has 5 weeks instead of 4, so I think I will do something similar then so I can also just save some time. I used my Archer and Olive acrylographs to draw these different colored dots and made the daily boxes horizontal this time. I saw PLS Lars use this kind of layout on one of his weekly spreads he posted on Instagram, so I wanted to try it out and mix things up a bit. I will link his Instagram account in the description box down below. I made the small calendar in the upper left corner and added a header for the month since I wanted to make the painting a bit smaller and had to come up with something to add in the empty space. This painting is very similar to my other paintings in my November setup. First I painted a green background outside the window resembling some greenery and trees, and then I started to add the raindrops by painting white little blobs on top of that with my detail brush. I tried to make the blob smaller farther away and bigger on the right side of the window. Then I took some black gouache and outlined the right side of the water droplets with that. In my last video, I talked about how ironic it is that my theme has coffee cups in every painting since I'm super sensitive to caffeine. Actually, just yesterday when I was meaning to finish this video and my voiceover, I decided to get a decaf coffee from a nearby coffee shop. After finishing the coffee, I quickly noticed it was a normal coffee, and for the rest of the night I struggled with horrible headaches and I felt so shaky and lightheaded and had to go to sleep super early. Sadly, I wasn't able to get any sleep until like 3 AM, so now I'm also super tired. The night definitely didn't go as planned, and now watching me painting these coffee cups, I almost feel a bit traumatized. I noticed that while making these weekly spreads, I was feeling a bit impatient and I was almost trying to hurry things up. I've noticed the same pattern often while making my weekly spreads, and I think I might have to change some things in the future so I can stay more motivated while working on them. But I actually really like how all of these turned out, even though I tried to go with the more simple layouts that I've used a lot in the past too. I added all of these cute little items on the windowsill and tried to choose some comfy and cozy colors that match this autumnal November mood. It's actually currently super rainy and I feel like this theme matches this current season perfectly for me. I really like the relaxing mood when it's raining, but the only downside is when it's super dark inside and overall it just makes me feel very sleepy. Like always, I use Winsor and Newton and Royal Talens Gouache for these paintings, and those along with my other supplies are linked in the video description. I'm happy I tried out this new layout and I can't wait to use it. Now we are going to set up the next weekly spread that is definitely the most simple one. Even though the painting is very small, I actually ended up spending surprisingly long time with it. This layout I used is pretty much the same as I did for my last weekly for October, and I really liked using it. For this painting, I painted this little blanket and some books, a candle and a coffee cup. I definitely struggled with this painting and the angle of the picture. Many of you have asked if I use reference pictures for my art, and I usually do. I try not to fully copy any pictures, but I can see my weak spots when painting, and one of them is definitely dimension, and I mostly use reference pictures for that. Here I didn't use any, and I definitely made some mistakes on proportions and angles, especially with the books. Overall, I've noticed how I don't have a super vivid imagination, and coming up with totally original landscapes or sceneries is very hard for me. Usually it gets easier once I've painted more paintings for one specific theme or style, but starting a new theme without using any reference pictures is almost impossible for me. I've noticed a lot of progress on this regard too, and that makes me happy. I remember a time when all I did was recreating paintings from YouTube tutorials, so being able to paint something completely from imagination is always nice and shows how far I've come. I've also completed a 30-day Pantone challenge where I painted something different each day and tried to find inspiration from one color. I feel like this helped me the most when I was able to try painting so many different subjects and try different styles. I would highly recommend this challenge to any of you who want to try different things and want to be better at painting. I don't know why, but this painting in my opinion has more of a cartoony style, and maybe it's because I added some outlines unlike for my other paintings. I made these big vertical boxes for my daily logs, and for some weird reason I didn't make them symmetrical and the upper boxes are 2 dots smaller, and that almost made me very angry, but it's okay. For my last weekly spread, I chose a layout that I've used a lot in the past, but now I've had a little break. I have this big painting in the right side, and there are 6 boxes for my daily writings and a note section and a small calendar. Like I said previously, I wanted to have a bit more simple take on my weekly spread, so I chose a painting that was pretty easy and fast to make, and honestly, I'm so happy I did because I really ended up liking this spread a lot, and the painting process was super relaxing and fun too. I painted a big coffee cup sitting on a wooden table with some autumnal and colorful leaves. First, I started by taking a brown shade and painted the table underneath and painted some wood pattern on top with a darker shade. I tried to choose a darker shade for the coffee itself, but in the end the color ended up fading a bit and looked kind of similar to the background color, so later on I just painted on top of it with even darker color. I just took some dark red, yellow and beige colors to paint the leaves and then tried to create some shadows with adding some darker colors pretty aimlessly. I think this would have looked better with less details because the end result maybe looked a bit more messy than I would have liked. As I quickly mentioned in the beginning, I've planned to start posting more each month and I would like to post at least 3 times per month. Let's see how that goes from now on, but at least now I've scheduled some fun bullet journal and painting content coming to my channel on November and I hope you're looking forward to that. If you have any Christmas or winter related content you would like to see from me in the next months, please leave them down below and I can see what I can come up with. I'm not the biggest Christmas enthusiast, so I can't promise anything, but at least I have a fun Christmas themed tutorial coming to my channel this month and I'm so excited to film that and get it out for you guys. I also didn't use any reference pictures for this painting, but this definitely was a lot easier one due to the angle of the picture. I painted some foam for the coffee with a light beige color and left some circles uncolored so it would look like little bubbles. At this point I repainted the coffee and I think it looks so much better now that there's more contrast in this painting. Lastly, I took some white gouache, added some details to the foam and painted the coffee cup white and just refined the edges a bit more. I just wrote the days of the week with a simple cursive font and drew little circles with my acrylographs to write the dates on top. I glued a piece of graph paper to also be my box for notes, and that's pretty much it for this theme. I'm just going to do a little flip through of all the spreads I made in this video. I know I keep repeating my weekly spreads quite a lot, but I still hope you enjoy watching me make these. Remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, leave a thumbs up, and if you're still here, maybe leave a coffee cup emoji in the comments down below. Thank you so much for being here, supporting my channel and watching my videos. I hope to see you in my next one. Bye bye!